Morning folks, Greasy Triple here. So a lot of you guys that own these SRX 700s, 600s have been having troubles with your speed on, or your tachometer, your fuel gauge, your lights flickering, stuff like that going bonkers, and you wonder why, and you're wondering where to go. Well, a lot of people always mention the rub through of the wire harness, and you may wonder where that is. So I want to show you now that I got the engine out of this sled. From the front of your sled, which is that way, you got the wire harness that runs up to the hood to everything. Well, it runs down the front here and goes under your pipes, and it goes this way and then back up to your stator connections. Well, the rub through is usually commonly right here, right where that clean, see that? See that cleaned off spot right there? Well, I noticed this has convoluted tubing added. I don't know if somebody added that in the afterwards, but under these tabs, a lot of times is where this rubs through. So it's hard to get at with the engine in there. You could kind of reach your hand under and, you know, pull it out, disconnect these tabs from the harness, which actually come off relatively easy. You could almost pull like so, work your way back down, pull again, and get them out and through. And you could actually work your way across to all of them that way. And just give it a little tug here, tug there, boom, and try to get this out and forward. And then inspect the harness for any kind of rub through. Now, I could honestly tell you, I think somebody actually been in here, and they not only probably had a problem because this sled had high miles. Well, here's a fine example. See how this tape is coming off? There you go. So it's full of grease, of course, Greasy Triple. But you can see how that tape is coming away from that. So that, you know, that rubs through and causes your ignition system issues. See how easy that comes off? So another spot is up and behind the steering stem where the harness goes across from there and to the side down to your CDI ignition system. And then another spot that you could check, and this is the one I would check first, is your keyed ignition. Now this is usually difficult to get at. You can see I already been taking this apart, and I stopped. I said, well, I should make a video, because that's usually tucked up and under there like so, and it can make that connection block for your key ignition difficult to get at. So you want to remove this screw that goes up in here, lift that up, pull this out, get to your keyed block. Look at this. See, it's right here now, that easy. There's a couple tabs, these plastic tabs on here usually. You know, you want to get them off. They come off and they're replaceable, or if they break, you know, you replace them. But usually you can just get them off with the push of a finger on the little end there and zip it out. Anyway, sorry, I was already breathing fumes this morning, so yeah, I already got some two-stroke smoke in me. Anyway, keyed ignition plug. You just push here a little bit, pull it apart. Now, oh yeah, and there you go. See that green in there? Look at that. Corrosion. Because these aren't really a watertight fit, to be honest with you. So, you're washing your sled, you're detailing your dash top, and lots of snow powder. Everything just gets wet on these, but look at that. Look at that corrosion. See? That right there will make the sled not run right. You'll have all sorts of stuff running intermittently, cutting out, headlights flashing, blinking, tachometer jumping, fuel gauge might not work. Who knows? A little of everything. Grips. So that's another thing you want to look at. That's the first one I would look at, because actually I've seen a lot of this. And start there. Look at that. That's nice and corroded in there. And then clean that up, put it back together before you jump down to going down to your wire harness here. You know, despite I found this here is definitely needing to be retaped, I didn't see any actual rub through spot on it, even though it was rubbing right here a little bit from the torque of the motors and what have you. So there you go. I hope that works for you. Look at that. Bam. cleaned your ignition switch. Take care.